Weighing in at 57 pounds, the late Ugga 7 literally had big paws to fill. And as always, we'll tell you how your favorite NFL dogs fared over the weekend. What exactly happened Friday morning in the Tiger Woods accident? Find out more on this developing story when we return. The team has good reason to practice hard. The last time ESPN covered a game between the hedges, the Alabama Crimson Tide handed Georgia an embarrassing loss. LeiLani Welch here at Athens Academy's Slaughter Field, where the Spartans are taking on the Prince Avenue Wolverines. The addition of the new club sports complex on South Millage and the new iFields parking deck are great news for the intramurals. Football players and students now have something new to look forward to on Thursday night. A few former Bulldogs had a big Sunday in the NFL. Grady, after Tiger Woods' car accident, the media and police have more questions than they started with. While other teams are scheduling easy non-conference wins, or cupcakes, the Dogs are garnering national respect by playing conference champions and top 25 teams from across the country. Tomorrow, Georgia faces Central Michigan between the hedges. The defensive line will have to play disciplined football to contain CMU's mobile quarterback Dan Lefevre. Lefevre finished the 2007 season with an outstanding 27 passing touchdowns and 19 rushing. He was just one rushing TD away from joining Florida's Heisman winner Tim Tebow in the 2020 club. Georgia will travel nearly 2,000 miles to battle the Arizona State Sun Devils. Arizona State's quarterback Rudy Carpenter is no stranger to the gridiron, having started 32 straight games, more than any current Division I-A quarterback. Then there are the usual suspects. Georgia will take on Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Georgia Tech in the second half of the season. Although Vanderbilt has been a historically weaker team in the SEC, their convincing upset over Miami of Ohio proves they could be troublesome. Kentucky also won their season opener against arch-rival Louisville. As always, Georgia plays Georgia Tech to close the regular season. But this year, Georgia Tech welcomes a new head coach that is going to turn around their 7-year losing streak to the Dogs. Hopefully, by staying away from the cupcakes, the Dogs will be able to maintain a slim ranking at the end of the year. An empty Sanford Stadium is nothing new when it comes to the annual Georgia-Florida rivalry game. This year's game marks the 75th meeting between the Bulldogs and the Gators in Jacksonville. And today, board members of the University of Georgia's Athletic Association approved a contract extension to continue the game in Jacksonville for another 6 years. Some UGA students have mixed feelings about the decision.
It's kind of not neutral, even though they say it's neutral.
It gives everyone a chance to do a road trip together. I like it.
I mean, Jacksonville itself is a really fun experience, but I think it's really cool to have like Florida come to play here. It would be pretty awesome as well. So I don't know. I guess I'm torn between the two.
For many fans, the biggest concern about the controversial neutral site is the difference in travel time for the two teams. It's 362 miles to the Jacksonville Municipal Stadium from Athens, but only a little over an hour from Gainesville. UGA Athletic Director Damon Evans says one particular provision in the contract extension should ease the minds of Georgia fans.
The city of Jacksonville has agreed to fly us straight out of Athens. They agreed to pay for 3 50-seat planes to fly from Athens to Jacksonville and back.
Evans says it's more about tradition than money.
At the end of the day, I felt it was the most appropriate decision. The history, the rich tradition that's a part of this game, the 41,000 fans that can go each and every year, some of the accommodations that the city made, but this is a very special game and I wanted to make sure that it stayed special.
And with the contract extension, that tradition will certainly continue. Well, at least until 2016 when the contract is up and the debate renews. From Grady College, I'm LeiLani Welch, WNEG News, Northeast Georgia. Football players and students now have something new to look forward to on Thursday nights. Instead of jump-starting the weekend with a trip downtown, they're here, having good, clean fun. Last month, Georgia football head coach Mark Richt announced plans to start a new bowling league challenge. Coach Richt had a few reasons for starting the league.
Fun, non-alcoholic fun. That was the main thing. And just, get a chance to spend time with the players and the students. I think it's great. And to showcase my bowling skills.
Any UGA student with a valid student ID was eligible to join the 16-week challenge, but only the first 32 teams to sign up were in it for the long haul.
We just came down and stood in line for about 2 hours, and we were the last team to make it in, so it was very exciting.
Although the league is supposed to help take the stress of football off the players' minds, they can't resist tuning into the Thursday night game of the week. And much like the game of football, the team approaches bowling with various strategies.
I just throw it as hard as I can, see what happens, see if I can get lucky.
It was to bowl down the middle, now it's to keep it out the gutter.
My strategy is to never use my spinner ball, but I've had to use it too often tonight. But it's early yet, I'm just getting warmed up.
While some consider bowling a leisure activity, others have a slightly more serious attitude towards it. Running back Noshawn Marino seemed to have the most concentration of all the players. His flashy plays don't stop on the field. Too bad there isn't a Heisman for bowling. When students were asked which team they'd like to beat the most, the answer was the same every time.
Oh, Mark Rick's team, of course.
Oh, we're going after Rick. We're going after Rick. And Noshawn and Matt Safford, we're going after
Coach Rick has a really good team. It's him, Noshawn, I think Stafford. The other guys, they're pretty good.
The pressure of being a target for so many eventually got to Coach Rick. At one point in the night, he suffered a classic case of the butterfingers. I wonder what he'd have to say about a drop ball during a game. But all trash talk aside, everyone agrees that the bowling challenge is a hit.
It's so amazing to actually have them out here and have them bowling here with us. Absolutely.
I think it brings everybody closer, both the athletes and the students. Just get you a chance to meet people that, root you on every day, people that you go to school with that you might not get a chance to meet.
Well, I bet you're wondering who's in the lead. Well, Coach Rick's team, the Untouchables, would be sitting in first place, but since the game is handicapped, they're actually 19th. The top individual football player score belongs to Matthew Stafford with a game of 207. With all the popularity of this semester's league, there's already plans to extend it into the spring. From Showtime Bowling in Athens, Georgia, I'm LeiLani Welch for Fox News and Palestra.net, the College Network.